Board games, board games is what I'm talking about. Couple is a board game and I'm not gonna shout. I have an Eldic game of the month, and it is a thing that something. Yeah, what rhymes with month? Anyway, I'm going to hope that this game brings you joy. I hope it's something that you might employ as a way to spend time with someone else. Or maybe you could even do it solo by yourself. Couple, the Eldic game of the month, it's what I'm talking about. Couple is the Eldic game of the month, and I'm not going to shout. Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. I am Bez. It is 10 a.m. UK time, and it's time for another Bezzy Beats and Board Game Blether. Today, I am going to talk about the Eldic game of the month. I might start doing this very early on in each month because my plan is that this month we will be celebrating Couple, and I'll be talking potentially about what I'm planning with Miles's amazing artwork, but really I just want to focus on the game itself. The fact that you can play this game right now if you have one of the Eldecs. And each month there's going to be a new Eldeck game of the month until I run out of energy to keep doing this, basically. But for now, I thought I'd just run through the rules, tell you a bit about it, and maybe even run through a quick game. It's a game for 2 players, but of course you can play it solitaire. It's a cooperative game, so like Pandemic, like Forbidden Island, like Lords of the Rings, the Reiner Knizia cooperative version, any cooperative game, you can play it one player. You miss out on the discussion, you miss out on the social aspect, but in terms of exploring the mechanisms of the game, it still works perfectly fine. But before I get into that, let's talk about recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. So what have you been up to? What's the last game that you've been playing? What's the last thing that you've eaten? I had a whole bunch of recent highlights. The big thing for me is that now I have somewhat organized my boxes. It's not a permanent solution by any means, but they're broadly in. Yeah, there's one pile for all the board boxes containing just board games that are other people's board games that I'm going to play for pleasure and enjoy. There's one box is full of my own stuff, my own games, stuff to take to conventions, some stickers, some compliments cards, things like that. There's one pile full of personal stuff that, yeah, and just separating them out and then finding, oh, this is the stuff that can wait until later. This is the stuff that I kind of need now. These are my clothes. Okay, this is the packing material. I've not opened all the boxes, but I had labeled them. And so just putting them out into these things with the help of a lovely friend yesterday, it's alleviated so much stress and I just felt happy. I was like dancing. I was, just feeling, I'm feeling good about this. And other highlights went off to the Longdan supermarket, and then I bought some soybean paste, made a nice stir fry, ate it with a friend. We played Magic Maze. Magic Maze, I'm still enjoying it. It drip feeds you more information as you go along, and I think the problem with Magic Maze is to have a good game of it, you need everyone to be basically on the same level. If there's one person who's a bit slower at moving the thing and they're going, and that's the way that they go, then you're going to get frustrated with them. You're like, oh, why don't you just, you're going in these two directions. Why aren't you taking control of this? And so it can be, yeah, slightly problematic in that way. And the game drip feeds you more and more information, and the whole thing is all about, oh, just when you thought you were able to do well, how are we going to make it more difficult? Well, we're going to give you more stuff to deal with. We're going to give you cameras that you need to break, or we're going to give you special abilities for these characters, or we're going, and each of these rules, it adds a new possibility to inadvertently cheat, which I do think is a kind of a problem with real-time games in general. And yeah, anyway, but it was a lovely day. I'm feeling good about it, and I'm ready to get on with some art and to play a game of Couple. And let's talk about brilliant things. Brilliant things. What's a little thing which is brilliant? Cooperation. Why is cooperation brilliant? Because you feel like you're working together, because you can share those ideas. And sure, Hanabi and the mind and Magic Maze take out the communication and say, okay, you've got to do this, but without communication, you've got to overcome things, and then maybe you're communicating in between the games. So when there's, at the end of one game, you might say, okay, why did we lose? What do we do differently for next time? And then it's up to the individuals to execute it. You can't just have one person telling everyone what to do. But I must admit that when it comes to a cooperative game, I do prefer the slow, relaxed, okay, we're going to solve this puzzle together. And even the crew, I mean, it's obviously, if you were allowed to say exactly what's in your hand, the whole puzzle of that would break down. And so I understand games that, but I think either way, cooperation is brilliant because it helps us learn to work together. Together we can do even better things. And that's why, well, one of the reasons, as a cooperative game, why Couple is the LDEC Game of the Month. So let's crack on with it. This is the current box for the LDEC. There will be a new version for Couple that's being done by Miles, but I am going to play just with the traditional LDEC. And morning, Finn. Morning, Josie. It is lovely to see you. I hope that you're generally well. I'm just playing through Couple, which is a cooperative game. And during this game, feel free to chime in with ideas or whatever. And yeah, I'll do one of the characters myself, and then the other character, once you've gotten the hang of, we can pretend that that is everyone in chat, if you want to join in. The way it works is you're going to move cards back and forth between your hands and move each other's decks, move each other's cards. And as you move things around, eventually you will make words. So let's say this is Alex. Alex is a sort of composite of everyone in chat, and also me. Alex is just a, non-entity. And this is Bez. This is me. So at the start of your turn, you do a few things. First, you draw 3 cards. You have to put them one at a time at the end of your line. It's super important. This game was very much inspired by Bonanza, where you don't change the order of your cards, and it's very much all about each time you change the order of the cards, it's an action. So you've got now 2 possible actions. One action might be to take one of the cards, and then you put it anywhere in the other person's line. That's one possibility. The other possibility is to take one of the other person's cards and put it anywhere in their line. You can't move one of your own cards. That you can't do. So remember, you're kind of focusing. So right now it's Alex's turn. Alex is kind of focusing on me, Bez. And Alex is thinking, okay, what can I do here? Alex might be thinking, oh, we've got the C and the K, but they're both in my hand, so maybe I'll leave Bez to sort that out. And when you make a word, which is the third possible action, but you obviously want to wait until you've made something good, you get 1 point for a 4-letter word, 2 points for a 5-letter word, and so on. Basically, however many letters are in the word, -3. You use one card, 1 letter from each card going left to right. You don't need to start on the left one. So Elan, if that was a word, could have been a thing. So right now, we might be thinking that gland, if we do take a D, which is quite possible because there's a lot of Ds in the deck. There are 5 Ds in the deck after all. Let me just, yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep that like that. That's the deck on top of the box. So potentially might want to get rid of the E, but there's already a lot of vowels here. S is a really useful thing. I'm also thinking we've got ing. If we could get a vowel going, wiring. Oh, wiring, ing. That could be a 6-letter word. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, just going to go for it. Wiring. And so Alex gives me those 2 cards, and that's the end of Alex's turn. So now I take 3 cards, because every time you start off, you take 3 cards. Just checking my own rules. You are allowed to have 8 cards at the end of your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so 8, that's okay. But if I had 1 more, I would have to start giving away stuff or making words, just making sure that I'm going to actually be able to go down to 3. Yes, exactly, Josie. There's only 2 actions per turn. So I've got wiring, so let's just wiring. And I'm thinking about this one. And I'm thinking, okay, what can I do with these 3 cards and these 3 cards to try and make a word? Oh, I could do tape, Tape. If I were, for example, to, or tapes, and if we get to S, I mean, 4 letters is fine. 4 letters is okay, you get 1 point. But teal, Teal, yes, I could do teal. But I'm thinking tape, because tape, again, if I get a D at the end, or if I get an S, then I can extend it into a 5-letter word. This is my turn. I will go with that and move that. And I could mix things around, just, oh, it could even be staples. Oof. Now it's Alex's turn. So Alex gets 3 more cards. So there's no D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Presumably, Alex is going to give me the G for wiring. And we've got the tape here, but we want that to be a longer word, ideally. I guess if we get an A or an L, we could do something like maple. That would be good. But what else can Alex do? Alex is probably going to think about giving us something here to start off. Let's say NB, because new, boo, you can start a lot of words. So that's, again, 2 actions. That's it. Now, Bez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I am on 9 cards. That's more than you're allowed at the end of your turn, but it's the start of my turn, so that's no problem. Don't worry about it. I grab 3 more, one at a time. 1, 2, 3. And of course, wiring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means that 3 of them get discarded and are out of the game, and then 3 of them, they get kept as a personal scoring pile. I will put the personal scoring pile here, almost out of sight. And everything slides together. So this is Bez's turn. Bez has 1 action. I'm using the box to remember whose turn it is. We've got Boot, but I really want to help Alex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because Alex is going to go to 9 cards. That's okay. Alex could give us 1. But the key thing in this game is you need to make the same number of points. So if I, Bez, make some really long words, Alex also needs to make some really long words, if that makes sense. We could have Booth, but then, yeah, if I give Alex the M here, then we could potentially have Booth. That feels... And I'm hoping that that we draw an L or something. So Alex goes 1, 2, 3. Is it the same score by the end of the game? Yes, exactly. You have to have exactly the same score. So the object of the game is to get the highest scores you can, but both Alex and Bez, or whoever was playing, Josie and Karen, or whoever, the 2 players have to have exactly the same score in the final check, right at the end of the game. If you're completely out of sync in the middle, that's okay, and it's probably a decent thing to sometimes think about giving one person more cards at some point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the only way that we can survive is either, because this is 10 cards, so either Alex needs to give me 2 to have 8 at the end of their turn, because remember, 8 is the maximum, or Alex can make a word. The only word I see is tape, and tape is not a brilliant word. We could have taper. So if we were to have the T here for Booth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would go to 7, and then I would be on 10, and then I'd have to give 2 back, and then, yeah, this is where, okay, do we want to, tack here, tape here, tap here, that's a word, isn't it? It's like an animal, T-A-P-I-E-R. Let me quickly double check on the dictionary. Tapir, is it? It's tapir. No E. That is disappointing. Okay. That bit. Mapier? Yeah. Nape. Oh. I thought that the I-E-R might be something. Bellier? Tape? No. I'm tatsier? Oh, no. Tardier? Oh, if you're tardy, you could be tardier. But we don't have enough R's. We've only got the 1D. Tidier? Yeah, that would, anything relies on me giving them. Taken, T-A-K-E-N. Yes, that could work, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this game, it's purely about length. It's purely about how long the words are. And taken, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got to get rid of these 3, which means 3 actions. So that would be all of this turn plus half of next turn. Whereas we could also do can we do maple taped? No, we can't do taped. Oh, or we could do taken with me giving this in. Huh. But yeah, taken seems to be like the best thing that we can see. Okay, you're playing as Alex. Joe's, I'll say the audience is playing as Alex, and so the only sad thing is that then I don't get the yeah, if only I could do like booted or booth, but yeah, I guess I've already made one long word. So Alex will put so we're willing to get rid of these 3 cards. The AP, boota, boop. Let's put the P here, and we're going to get rid of the IU or the RB. Let's get rid of the RB because that seems like it could start off something. Boom. And that is Alex's turn. And this is basically the clock. When we could have had PH, but I was thinking keep boot as a possible word just in case I need it. And we've got tarot, TAROT, or something else. Oh, got to nest. That's always useful. There's 6 S's in the deck. I think that's if you use them to pluralize, you're doing pretty well. And there's 3 G's. I mean, G's are always ING. It's always a good thing to go for. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, this is my turn. I need to give 2 cards away to Alex or make a word. The best word I can see is boot, or potentially if I got rid of these 3, then boot, but that's quite a bit away. Let's assume that we're doing taken. So this is going to come into my hand, and then we're going to be left with an MI. So what's good after MI? I'm thinking mib, mip, me. I know I just got this, but maybe if I do get rid of these 2, and if I do PRI, that seems like a good combo. PRI. And so now we're basically right on the cusp of how many cards were allowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Alex had 8 at the end of their turn, and then I gave them 2, so they've got 10. And then they're drawing another 3, so they've got 13. This is actually the mathematical most that you can possibly ever have. And so now Alex has to get rid of the IU, puts it somewhere here. I probably want to go for boots, or rue. Yeah, let's put it there. And as the second action, because it is an action to make a word, taken, TAKEN. And so you see it's quite slow. You need to kind of grow into it, slowly grow into your words, like trees whispering in the wind. And taken. That scores 2 points. So 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, go out. It doesn't matter which ones. Each card is just worth 1 point. That's 2 points versus 3 points. All these cards slide over, and that's the end of Alex's turn. I do apologize, you can't see the indices very well. Let me spread them out. There we go. Now it's my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought I had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yes, because I only got given 1. But I am still getting 3 more cards. There is a little rule about the end of the game that I'll get into in a moment. But yeah, sorry. Now, you don't normally have quite this many cards, but oh, booties. If only. But I have to get rid of something right now and make a word. So I think that the only word that I can see, given that I can get rid of one card in it in the middle, sort or boots. Boots is 5 letters, clearly much better. Sort. Oh, if only I had the I and anyway. Sure, sureties. Or yep. I'm going with boots. Oh, and Josie suggests Earth up here. Yep, if I put the H over here, that could totally work. And Josie also suggests sour. No, there's no time. I need to make sure that I'm down to less than 8. So, yeah, that's the key thing. You're kind of, because you want to have more cards in your hand to try and sort them out, you probably want to have, more cards in your hand to wait. But the issue is that if you have more than 8 at the end of your turn, you lose. So I cannot move my own things. I can only move my partner. So Bez, this is Bez, can only move Alex's stuff, and Alex can only move Bez's stuff, if that makes sense. So we have Earth, EART, and L. Could I make Earthing? I mean, there is a H here. Earthworm? I mean, just in case it comes out, it's very unlikely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, this is problematic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to give one which takes it to 8, and then it's going to draw 3 more, which means that it's going to go to 11. So Alex needs to make a word on their next turn, not just 2 turns' time, but actually their next turn. So, yeah, we can't have Earth for Alex, even though that's really sad. Because the time we wouldn't have enough actions in just one turn, if you get what I mean. So we're going to have to think what's a good word. We could make and I need to use one of my actions to make the word boot or boots. I could avoid making the word boots, and I could just give the H here, and I could just go for boot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I made boot, I would only get 1 point, so that's half the points. It really doesn't feel good. I feel like if you're making at least 5 letters each time, you're just doing so much better. But heart. I could, if I put or earth, it doesn't matter. Or yep. Can I put the O somewhere? OV. Can this OV go somewhere that manages to make something? Marit? Maro? I feel like that might be a word. Maybe I'm thinking of marmot, but MAROT, marble, Marriott? That's just a hotel, isn't it? Marriott, MARIOT. No, there's a thermodynamics person called Marriott with a double TE, but no, that's not what I was thinking of. Ooh. I just realised I'm actually quite close to marble. If we get rid of that, but again, we've only got 2 actions because one action is giving away the card, getting it out. Oh no, wait, I could put the E here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. EARTH. So marble gives me one extra card, one extra point here, but one less. But yeah, I think I'm going to put the I'm going to put the E here, and I'm going to make the boot BOOT. So that word was boot. And this time I discard 3 and I only keep 1 point, which is not great, but 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2. So Alex does need to catch up. So that's okay. Now Alex gets 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Again, we're playing really close to the edge. Marble. Okay, so what I'm thinking is get rid of this one and then make the word marble. Now, where can the word G go? And Alex will have to use one of their actions to claim the word. Otherwise, there will be too many cards in hand. And so the remaining action is only to get rid of this to clear their row. But when you clear the row, you're also thinking, where should it go in here? So TG, where can it go here? I'm thinking grits. Grits is a word. That's 5 letters. That's not too bad. Trick. That's not a word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'd be on 11. And so, yes, I do need to actually make. Oh, so, yep. Going to go here for grits. Alex will make the word marble as the second action. MARBLE. 3 of them get discarded. And 3 of them remain, which means that Alex is now on 5 points, which is 1 more than Bez, which is good, because we're kind of fairly closely aligned. Okay. Grith. Rich. Yeah, I think grits is the... Oh, if I get rid of the SH, I could have Gritty, GRITTY. Oh, I'm quite excited by that. So now I'm thinking, where should the SH go? And now I'm also thinking that Alex will only go up to 5, and so then they'll only be up to 8. And so now we've got some breathing space again. So whatever I give Alex doesn't have to be used on the very next turn. Josie says ST is often good, sorts. SORTS. To make that word, I would need to get rid of these 2. And that would be my 2 actions for the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that would leave me with 9 cards. And that would mean that we would both lose. So remember, 8 is the limit. But I think that gritty is a good word anyway. I am going to get rid of SH. The only question is, where should this SH go? So if we've got the SH, do we do ANS, SAN, Saran wrap? Is that a word like Saran wrap? I'm not sure if that's a brand or a word. SARAN. Yes, it is a word. Thermoplastic resins based on vinylidene chloride. There we go. Saran. So should I put it there? Should I? Let's go with here. And as my second action, I am making the word gritty, which hard and gritty. 3 of them get discarded and 3 of them get kept, which means that now I am on 7. So we're only 2 apart. We're fairly close. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 4 more turns. And just to clarify, what we do is once all the cards are gone, let me shimmy this over. Once all the cards in the deck are gone, we will have 1 more turn each. So that's 1 last turn to use the cards that you just drew to turn them into words and to equalize. That's all important equalization. Okay, so now if we assume that Alex is going to use Saran, although that's only 6 letters, but you've kind of got to go with what comes up. You can't be changing too much in this game, because remember, every single card you move is one action. Every single card you get rid of is 1 action, and you've only got 2 actions per turn. And making a word is 1 action, so actions are actually really hard to come by. And each turn you get 3 more cards, so you do need to keep fighting against this upwelling of cards. But if we do have Saran, if we are to go with that, then we might be thinking, okay, what's good here? Maybe Alex wants to keep these cards because has is nice, and maybe Alex might want to do sour, which Josie mentioned earlier. So that would be potentially one of the actions. So moving your partner's card, that is 1 action. And so setting me up. Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you, Josie, for pointing that out. And now Alex might make their word, Saran, because 1, 2, 3, we're not going to get much better than that. And that, I believe, means that we are perfectly level. But we are going to keep getting more cards, so we can't stop there. 1, 2, 3. 3 more turns with cards, and then 2 more turns without cards. So there's 5 more turns left of this game. Sour. So sour is only one point. Remember, it's the number of cards you use minus 1. What should I do for here? Nas. Nars. Nash. Hash. Hash like a hash brown. Oh, then we could go crash. No, because that's the C. That would be. It also feels like a waste of an S. I mean, I don't have to do anything. I could just pass. And Josie asks, in the end, is it better to play for small points if both are already even? Yeah, potentially. But you want to push it as far as you can go. So if you look at the scoring guide, you want to get the highest you can while still winning. So yes, there's a win, you win or you lose, and it is very possible to lose this game, but also you want to have the highest score you can. And I think 18 is the mathematical maximum, but I don't think anyone will ever get there. I've said that 4 to 6 is a success, 7 to 8, which we've already got 7, and we're probably going to get at least 8 on, is good. 9 to 10 is great. 11 to 12 is brilliant. And 13 is a perfect couple. There we go, if you can see that. There you go. And so Could wait to see if an E comes up for soured. Oh, that is a good shout. And so if we did soured, then we've got 3 points here. So we need to give 3 points here. So yeah, that if we are thinking of soured, we are potentially getting rid of the H and A because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got so much time, and even if we give like 3 cards here and it goes up to 6, and then another 3 cards come out, it goes up to 9. It only needs to get rid of 1. And yeah, we've got space to play with. It's all good. Okay, I like your thinking, soured. That is a good word. So that means that we probably want to get rid of the AJ. Mashed, maybe? But no, we don't want to use the D because we're already using the D for soured. And so masher, oh no, because we're using an E. Mashing. Oh, if only I had perfect memory and I knew what was coming up. I mean, I am tempted to do that. Put the A there and the H there. What do you think? Nasher. Ooh, that could be good. Nasher. Yeah. I'm going to wait, Nasher's like with the teeth. Isn't there a Nasher? Isn't No, that's not in the dictionary. Nasher, there's a silent G at the start of there. But you do have hasher, like someone who hashes stuff. So that, but then I might as well put the A there for masher, because what else am I going to do with an AJ? That's not the most useful card. Macho. Oh, if I get there could be macho, but then yeah. Yeah, we need to make sure the final thing. I'm going to go with this. Plus haze match. Yep. Okay, this is. We've only got 2 turns left each. 1, 2, 3. Oh. We've got the E. We've got soured or sourer. It doesn't really matter. But if we use that for macho, that's only yeah. I mean, yeah, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Weird. I thought that it had. Okay, I get. Okay. Yep. Yes. And Stream Elements reminds me to do a quick stretch. Oh, I feel that on my. Oh, that's a good stretch. Let's see. Macho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would give me 2 points. Is there a way to give them 1 more point to make? Let's imagine we were using this to make sourer. And it does occur to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could probably just go through the game without making anything else. But then where's the accomplishment in that? Match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sours. No. Dowers. Boors. Bird. Board. Oh. Ghoul. Yeah. Let's assume that this is going to be going down here. And if we do make this to go down here, Going to put it diagonally so we remember what we've done. Then, is there any other word that could be made with two actions? A 6-letter word and match. Hello, Matt, it is lovely to see you. I am playing the ELL deck game of the month, which is COUPELL and MASH. I'm trying to find. I am tempted to get rid of this because then all I need to do is bring in an E here. If there is an E. If we get another E, that would be really cool. If we don't, we can just do sour and mash. So let's go with that. And the final cards of the game are SD, SX, and NU. That's not what I wanted at all. Huh. Darn. Mash. So, yeah, we could have that 5-letter word. Can we have another 5-letter word here? Sours. Yes, we can easily have a 5-letter word if they use one of them to bring that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to get rid of 2 of these. Give them up here. Oh, sorry, that was my turn. And now it's Alex's turn. Alex makes the word macho. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Get discarded. That's one action. The other action doesn't really matter. I'll move that. And in my final turn, sours. SOURS. Get rid of 3 of them. 2 of them go here. And that is the end of the game. So we both have less than 8 cards. It's all good. Who cares? Get rid of them. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We win. And not only do we win, but apparently we are. Let me move it to the table. We are great. We managed to get great. So, yes, feeling pretty good about that. So, yes, thank you, everyone. That's basically the end of the game. Thank you for being here. Josie, you saw it through just up to the end of the game. I hope that felt interesting. And I am going to start, as of tomorrow, if you follow the ELL deck Twitter, it will stop doing the Wibble stuff. As of tomorrow, it will start having a couple puzzle. The couple puzzle is, of course, going to be quite simplified compared to this. It's just going to say, use 4 actions. An action is moving a card anywhere. And can you make 2 words? And ideally, if you can make 2 words the same length, then that's what you're going for. But if you want to follow the Twitter and start having a wee think, then I hope that you have fun. And sorry that you just kind of just finished as you came. I promise it wasn't anything to do with you. But I hope that it was interesting to watch. And at this point, as always, I like to ask over to you, what are you up to? You can share, but only if you want to. So what are you up to today? What are you looking forward to? What are you excited to do? What do you need to do? I am going to redraw a whole bunch of creatures. So all of these creatures are somewhat different. Some of them are totally different. I mean, are these 2 totally different? Yes, they are. They've got different heads, different bodies, and different bottoms. Whereas some of them are just, these 2 are also totally different. And these 2 are totally different. These 2 are, now I'm looking for something that's slightly different. But basically, there we go. That's, so these 2, because they both have wings, they are not totally different. Anyway, there's basically 4 types of heads, 3 types of bodies, and 3 types of bottoms. And I'm going to redraw the entire deck 2 times. One time is going to be black and white, and one time is going to be all rainbow colored. And it's not just exactly the same head, they sometimes have different expressions. So the cats, even though they've got different expressions, these are the same head, for example. Right, but that's what I'm mainly up to. I'm up to a lot of illustration. I will take time to have a quick walk, and yeah, I will just be doing illustrating. That's me today. Matt says, today I am testing and writing instructions for a new phone system we are going to use. Oh, that sounds very technical. That sounds like something that you might enjoy. I hope you have fun with it. And yes, of course, if there's anything you want to share, any questions you want to ask, then feel free to go ahead. Let's recap and wrap up before I finish up. So I said that tomorrow, it said that cooperation is brilliant. I talked about Magic Maze. I'm enjoying it, but I also feel like if 2 people are at a slightly different level, it's a lot easier to get annoyed with someone because it's not like a slow game where you can have a discussion and say, well, what do you think? And then if they suggest something that's terrible in pandemic, you say, well, what about this because of X, Y, and Z? And then you'll help them understand the game and teach the game. Or if it's something like Space Alert, where it's real time, but then you're shouting, and that's quite fun. But when it's Magic Maze, and then you just get really frustrated because they don't see the things that you do. Magic Maze kind of feels like a game engineered to maximize frustration. But I am still enjoying, being patient and, learning the thing. And we might, I feel like maybe with Chris McCall it will be better, but you have to find people who are similar to you. But maybe that's also the case with most competitive games, because you want someone who will, not just give you the win. You want someone who will be there with you, but if it's quite separate, you kind of still have the joy of making your own thing. Like in Patchwork, you'd still be able to make your own thing, which is kind of... Anyway, I played COUPELL. We had a good time. I made some good words. Josie made some good words. Some good words arose from between us, and we ended up being great, which is the 3rd out of 5 ratings, I think. Success, good, great, brilliant, and perfect COUPELL. So, yep, that felt pretty good. And I hope that it seems interesting. If you've got an ELL deck, then please go and try it out. If you want to check me out, I am Stuff by Bez everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, whatever. If you want to check out what I'm up to in future days, stuffbybez.com/streams. Quite a lot of them are just numbers, which means that, I don't know what's going to happen that day. But if you've got any suggestions for tomorrow, let me know, but it will probably just be a quick thing. Thursday, Dina's going to come over. We'll talk about our plans for the year ahead. Friday will be a 5-minute thing. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be talking about cosplay, which is quite exciting. And then Monday, I don't know. Tuesday next week will be Adam Porter, and then Wednesday next week we'll have the return of Alan Paul. And in a week and a half, just to warn you, on the Saturday the 12th, I am taking 1 day off. So don't expect to stream on that day. But generally, it's always a pleasure to see you, and share, spread the word. Thank you very much, everyone. And at this point, all that's left to say is lots of love, and bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, Matt. Bye-bye anyone who's watching after the fact. Bye-bye to all the lurkers. Lots of love. Bye-bye.